Approximation of gamete, contact
Yes.
and fusion of gamete, effect of
Very good.
fertilization.
Very good. What are the effect of fertilization? Can you tell the points for the effect of fertilization?
Unmuted.
Roll number 87. I will be marked you absent. Please mute your mic. Don't be
सर मैं
disturbed
आंसर
here.
बता रहा था सर, सॉरी.
Tell the answer. What are the results of fertilization?
Second meiotic division, sir.
Yes.
Formation of zygote.
Then
The restoration
sex
of diploid
determination.
chromosomes.
yes. Very good.
Ah,
So where
yes.
where the fertilization takes place?
Ampulla.
Ampulla of the fallopian tube. What are the parts of fallopian tube? What are the parts of fallopian tube?
Infundibulum, ampulla, or isthmus.
There are 4 parts of fallopian tube. One is the intramural, then isthmus, then ampulla, then infundibulum. Can you repeat it? What I told? 4 parts of fallopian tube.
Infundibulum, ampulla, isthmus, or intramural.
Oh yes. Intramural.
Isthmus, ampulla, infundibulum, fimbriae.
No. Intramural,
Infundibulum.
isthmus, ampulla, and infundibulum.
Okay, sir.
Intramural. First is the intramural, second is the isthmus,
Intramural, isthmus, ampulla, infundibulum.
infundibulum. This is the results of fertilization. So let's start the today topic on these 2 heading, cleavage and Fimbriae is not part. This is infundibulum part of this. Infundibulum part of the infundibulum part. Okay, Fimbria is the infundibulum part of the this infundibulum part. So now you can see this is the uterus. You can see this is the uterus. So uterus consists of fundus of uterus. Then you can see this is the body of uterus, and then body of uterus consists of one cavity, and that is called the uterine cavity. Okay, cavity of the uterus. Then you can see here this is the internal os, external os. Then you can see the cervix, and this body of uterus consists of the three layer endometrium. This is the endometrium, then myometrium, then perimetrium. Okay, so you can see again endometrium consists of three layer. Okay, आप ट्राई करिए, आप याद रखिएगा ये सारी चीज. So you can see here endometrium again consists of three layers. I will tell you later on. So you can see there are three layers. Try to understand. Stratum, compactum, then stratum spongiosum, and then stratum basilae. So you can see this is the stratum basilae here. This side stratum basilae, then stratum spongiosum, and then stratum compactum. आपको याद रखना है BSC. Okay, B means the stratum basilae, S means stratum spongiosum, and then C means the stratum corneum. Compactum. Stratum compactum. So there are three layers of this endometrium. Here all the processes, that menstrual cycle, all those things, and the implantation occur in this layer, endometrium of the uterus. Okay, so I will tell you in later one also. So now coming to, there is the fertilization occur, So after the fertilization, you can see here development of embryo in first week. Okay, so first week means the fertilization to the seventh day. Okay, so now in this week, development of embryo in the first week, there occurrence of what? Fertilization of sperm and oocyte, it's over. Then formation of morula, I will teach you today by the cleavage divisions of zygote and blastocyst. So I will tell you today topic how the morula formation occur, how the blastocyst formation occur. I will tell you later one, and the most important thing is the implantation. So implantation, how occurs, and what the stages, what the steps, what the normal implantation, what is the abnormal implantation, I will tell you today topic. So now coming to the cleavage. Cleavage means the division, you know everyone. And then in this cleavage there is the formation of morula. So morula means the mulberry like appearance. So now coming to the what is the introduction of cleavage. So introduction is already zygote is formed. Okay, so the series of mitotic division of zygote within the zona pellucida is known as the cleavage. You can see here already fertilization occurs, then after zygote formed, then the zygote undergoes mitotic division. That zygote divides into the 2 cells, then 4 cells, then the 8 cells, 16 cells, like this. So divisions, the repetitive divisions, you can see that the series of mitotic divisions of zygote within the zona pellucida, that is known as the cleavage. So this cleavage begins 12 hours post fertilization. You must know this point. This cleavage begins 12 hours post fertilization. Then you can see here the fertilized zygote is a large cell and gives rise to the number of cells called the blastomeres. So blastomeres, you can see here these all are the blastomeres. These all are the blastomere cells of zygote. So now you can see the zygote divides into 2 cells by the mitosis division. Then you can see from 2 cells the cell division results into the 4 cell stage. Then after the 8 cell stage, then after you can see here approximately 3 days after fertilization. Please try to understand this point. Approximately 3 days after fertilization, the compact embryo divides into 16 cell stage, and which is called the during the second 16 cell stage, which is called the morula. And morula means the mulberry-like appearance, and then after it enters from the fallopian tube into the uterine cavity. So now, what is morula? What is morula? So it is the 16 cell stage of the embryo. Okay. So the morula is a solid ball of cells that is called the blastomeres, and which is surrounded by the zona pellucida. So now you can see in this diagram. See here, this is the 16 cell stage. Then you can see this is covered by the zona pellucida, and then these all are the blastomeres, and already I have shown here also. These all are the mulberry-like appearance. Okay, and then 16 cell stage of this zygote. Okay, this stage 16 cell stage is called the morula. Okay, and then that morula cells also called the blastomeres. These all are the blastomeres. Zygote is the large, then that is divided into 2, 4 cell, then 8 cell, 16 cell, and that is the smaller cell, and which is called the blastomere cells. Blastomeres, and which is covered by the zona pellucida. So within the zona pellucida, you can see this solid ball of cells, that is the blastomeres, which is called the 16 cell stage, which is called morula. And you can see in morula, the inner cells of morula constitute the inner cell mass, and the surrounding the cells compose the outer cell mass. You can see here in this diagram. In this morula, I told this is the morula. So morula is covered by the zona pellucida. You can see here, and in this morula or the blastomere cells of this, then you can see inner cell mass, the cells, blastomere cells, which is present in inner aspect, and that is called the inner cell mass. The cells which is the outer lining, you can see this is the outer lining, outer layer cells of the blastomere, which is called the trophoblast. Then inner deeply present of the blastomere cells, which is called the inner cell mass. You can see here in between the inner cell mass there is the intercellular spaces. We can see intercellular spaces. Okay, so up to here I told. So you can see the inner cells of morula. You can see the inner cells of morula, which is called the inner cell mass, and then the surrounding cells of morula, which is outer cells, that is called the outer cell mass. So there are two cells mass. One is the inner cell mass, and then another is the outer cell mass. So now what is the this differentiated into what? So inner cell mass gives rise to the tissues of embryo later one, during the development, while the outer cell mass forms the trophoblast. So please try to understand. And this trophoblast, later one, contributes to the formation of placenta and chorion. So you must know inner cell mass gives rise to the embryo proper, means the embryo, or that is also called the embryoblast. I will tell you later in next slide. So inner cell mass, you can see here, you can see this inner cell mass gives rise to the embryoblast, or that is the embryo. This is the formation of the embryo here, main embryo proper, and then trophoblast cells. You can see this is the outer layer cells of the blastomere cell or morula, and which is called the trophoblast. And trophoblast later one gives rise to the placenta and the chorion. I will tell you later on in the topic on the placenta. So now coming to here, if you see between the inner cell mass, there is the presence of intercellular spaces. You can see here, this is the gap. This is the gap here. So there are many intercellular spaces present within the inner cell mass, and this inner cell mass. Now, if this blast, now you can see the morula when it enters into the, I will tell you here, when it enters into the, wait, see here, this morula when it enters into the uterine cavity, and the in uterine cavity there is the presence of fluid, and that fluid enters into the these intercellular spaces of the inner cell mass, and then you can see this inner cell mass which is undergoes on the one sided, okay, one sided of the this unattached with the trophoblast. So you can see there is the big cavity appearance, there is the big cavity appearance, and that is cavity filled with the fluid, uterine fluid, okay, and this is called the blastocele, okay, cavity of the blastocyst, and that is called the blastocele. So you can see first of all आपको याद रखना है कि inner cell mass में intercellular space होता है, when it enters into the uterine cavity, and uterine cavity secretes the fluid milk, and that enters into the inner cellular mass, and this inner inner cell mass goes to the one side of the trophoblast attached with the pushed up onto the one side of the trophoblast, and then remaining this area or cavity filled with the fluid, and that gives rise to the blastocyst. I will tell you here now, coming to the again what I told here, formation of blastocyst, how the blastocyst is formed. So now as the morula enters in the uterine cavity, and in the uterus, fluid begins to penetrate through the zona pellucida. वो fluid जो uterine cavity में present होता है, that begins to penetrate through the zona pellucida and accumulates in the intercellular spaces of the inner cell mass. I have already told there is the intercellular spaces present in the inner cell mass. So there is the accumulation of this fluid in the intercellular spaces of the inner cell mass. Then what happens? Gradually, the intercellular spaces become confluent, and finally a single cavity formed, and that is called the blastocele, which is formed, and this time the embryo is known as the blastocyst or a blast. What is the blastocyst? The definition is a blastula having a fluid filled cavity, and that is called the blastocyst. I will tell you here also. Now, what is the formation of blastocyst? I told here this is the 16 cell stage of the morula, and which is covered by the zona pellucida. When it enters into the uterine cavity, the fluid which is found in this uterine cavity, which enters into the intercellular space of the inner cell mass. At that time, what happens? This inner cell mass pushed up into the one side of the trophoblast, okay, and then there is the big cavity appearance, and that cavity filled with the fluid, and you can see this is the large cavity of the blastocyst, and which is called the blastocele, Now you can see as the blastocele appear here, cavity of the blastocyst, you can see this inner cell mass goes onto the pushed up into the opposite side or one side of the trophoblast. You can see this is the trophoblast cell. You can see this is the trophoblast cells, and then you can see this is the cavity of the blastocyst, which is filled with the fluid, and that's why it is called the blastocele. And so this stages explaining the formation of blastocyst. So what is the blastocyst? I told here a blastula having a fluid filled cavity. What is blastocyst? It is a blastula filled with fluid, okay, filled with fluid, which is called the blastocyst. So you can see blastocyst is formed between the 4th to 5th day of the fertilization, okay, 4th to 5th day of the fertilization, Then parts of the blastocyst, you know, blastocyst is the cavity of the blastocyst, and then inner cell mass, that is also called the embryo proper or embryoblast. Then outer cell mass, also called the trophoblast. So please try to understand these three terms, and that are the parts of the blastocyst. Also, you can see here, this is the inner cell mass. Inner cell mass is also called the embryo proper. You can see here embryo proper and then embryoblast. Later one it gives rise to the embryo, development of embryo. Then you can see this is the outer cell mass. This is the outer cell mass, which is called the trophoblast. Outer cell mass, which is called the trophoblast. So you can see the cells of outer cell mass or trophoblast flatten and form the epithelial wall of blastocyst. You can already see here this trophoblast cells flatten and then which covers the blastocyst, cavity of the blastocyst. Then you can see at this stage the zona pellucida disappears. And where exactly, which day of? So at the end of the fifth day, at the end of the fifth day of the after the fertilization, there the zona pellucida disappears and blastocyst is ready for implantation. So when the zona pellucida disappears from the morula, this morula or blastocyst, and then after it begins for the implantation. It begins for the implantation. So please try to understand, for the implantation there is no presence of zona pellucida. So up to here zona pellucida is present, and this trophoblast cells flattened. You can see cavity of the blastocyst also big, large, and then you can see these trophoblast cells again flattened, and then which forms the epithelium of the cavity of the blastocyst at that time. And at the fifth day of the at the end of the fifth day of after the fertilization, there is the disappearance of the zona pellucida, and there is no presence of zona pellucida. Then after it undergoes implantation. Okay, so please try to understand zona pellucida, which prevents the implantation. You must know which prevents the implantation. Now, if again if you see here up to here, there is the zona pellucida. You can see here, and then at the end of the fifth day, there is no presence of this zona pellucida. Now you can see here, this is the normal site of the implantation. Normal site of the implantation, I will tell you what is the normal site of implantation. So please try to understand, at the end of the fifth day of the fertilization, so there is no presence of or disappearance of the zona pellucida, and that then after it undergoes the implantation. So now you can see here the cells of outer cell mass or trophoblast flatten and form the epithelial wall of blastocyst. At this stage, the zona pellucida disappears at the end of the fifth day of after fertilization, and blastocyst is ready for the implantation. Now, next thing is, when this blastocyst is undergo the implantation, at that time the polarity of blastocyst is also established. So you can see the pole where the inner cell mass is present, which is called the embryonic pole or animal pole, and then while the other pole opposite to animal pole, that is the embryonic pole, which is known as the embryonic pole. I will tell you here also same thing. You can see the formation of blastocyst here again. You can see here zona pellucida, then trophoblast cells, then inner cell mass. You can see this is the inner cell mass, this is the trophoblast cells or the outer cell mass. Now you can see in this spaces of the intercellular spaces of the inner cell mass, there is the filled with this fluid, and that enlarges, and then you can see at that time the zona pellucida disappearance, and the large cavity formed, that is called the blastocoel, and then inner cell mass pushed up into the eccentrically placed, and then you can see these trophoblast cells undergoes the flattened cells, and then flattened cells, which is called the trophoblast again. Trophoblast cells again undergoes the flattened cells, that is the epithelial lining of this cavity of blastocyst also, and the inner cell mass also. Then here you can see this part, inner cell mass part, this part of the trophoblast is called the polar trophoblast. What is polar trophoblast? The area of the inner cell mass, okay, this area of the inner cell mass which undergoes or attached with the this part of the trophoblast cells, and which is called the polar trophoblast. And then you can see the remaining part of the trophoblast cells, this part up to here, this part of the trophoblast cell, which is called the mural trophoblast. So please, can you answer it? How the blastocyst formation occurred here? Hello? Hello?
The
Hello?
blastocyst filled with fluid is called cavity of blastocyst, and the
Yes.
trophoblast layer get flattened and it become epithelial one, and the layer where the inner mass is there is called the polar trophoblast.
What is the polar trophoblast, and then what is the mural trophoblast?
The side where inner mass is there, that pole is called polar trophoblast, and the opposite to the side of polar trophoblast is the mural trophoblast.
No. Again, you can listen carefully here. What I told, the area of the trophoblast cells, there is the attachment of inner cell mass, and only this area is called the polar trophoblast, which undergoes the implantation. And this side, this portion of the trophoblast cells, polar trophoblast cells, which is attached with the stratum compactum of the uterus. Okay, so this part is called the polar trophoblast, and then the remaining part of the trophoblast cells up to here, the remaining part of the trophoblast cells, which is called the mural trophoblast. So now you can see the blastomeres are separated into, I told, centrally located inner cell mass, embryoblast, which gives rise to the main embryo, and then later one, and then outer cell layer of the blastomere, the trophoblast, which gives rise to the embryonic part of the placenta, or you can say the chorion. I will tell you what is chorion, what is placenta in later PPT. Okay, later class, in another lecture class. So up to here, please, you must know what is cleavage. What is cleavage?
Series of mitotic division.
In the
Series of mitotic divisions.
Within zona
main,
pellucida.
what is the main answer? Exact answer.
The series of mitotic division within zona pellucida give rise to blastomere.
Yes. Now we can see this is the zona pellucida. No? So zygote is divided into 2 cells, blastomeres, then 3, 4, 8, 12, like this. Then 16 cells, up to the 16 cells. And when it forms the 16 cells, and that is called the
Morula.
that is called what? Morula. Okay.
Morula.
Then, yeah, exactly. What is morula? It is the solid ball of cells of the 16 cell stage of the morula, 16 cell stage, and which is called the which is surrounded by the zona pellucida. Then after you can see the morula or the blastomere cells. Can you tell what is inner cell mass? And what is the outer cell mass? What is inner cell mass?
Inner cell mass is embryoblast and outer cell mass is trophoblast.
No, here. At the during the 16 cell stage, this is called the morula, no? So morula is covered by the here. This is the what? Zona pellucida. So can we define what is inner cell mass? What is the outer cell mass? Simple thing. The cells of the blastomeres, inner cells of the blastomeres, which is called inner cell mass. This is the only definition. The outer cells of blastomere or morula, you can say, the outer cells of the blastomere, which is called the outer cell mass. And then outer cell mass is also called the trophoblast. Then inner cells of the blastomere is also called the inner cell mass. Okay. So now outer cell mass, this is the inner cell mass. Then what happens here in this diagram? Can you revise this one? What happens in the second diagram?
Disappearance of zona pellucida.
Unmuted.
The zona pellucida disappears.
No. Now you can see this zona pellucida also present here also. I think this is missing here. Okay. So now coming to this second diagram, B diagram. So how can you explain it here?
Fluids
Okay, fluid mill, and that fluid mill undergoes penetrates this zona pellucida and also the trophoblast cells of the blastomere. Then enters into the intercellular spaces of the inner cell mass. And then what happens? There is the accumulation of the fluid occurs.
Unmuted.
Gradually, what happens? When there is the more fluid undergoes in this cavity of the blastocyst here, okay, and filled with this intercellular spaces, the inner cell mass. What happens there? This inner cell mass pushed up into the eccentrically placed, okay, pushed up onto the one side of the trophoblast cells, and the remaining area which is filled with the fluid, and that is called the cavity of blastocyst, which is called the blastocyst. Then what happens? This now you can see here this trophoblast cells undergoes again gradually differentiated into the flattened cells. देखो ये flattened cells बन जाता है ये trophoblast cells. Then what happens here? This trophoblast cells undergoes flattened cells, and that forms the epithelium lining of this cavity and inner cell mass. And at that time, zona pellucida disappears. And then after it undergoes implantation. When the disappearance of zona pellucida occurs, then after it begins for the implantation. Implantation के time में zona pellucida नहीं रहता है. So you can see this is the blastocyst. So blastocyst undergoes implantation. Up to here, zona pellucida present. You can say there is the presence of zona pellucida. But when there is a formation of blastocyst and the beginning of the implantation, at that time, at the 5th day of the fertilization, there is the disappearance of the zona pellucida. Then after it undergoes implantation. Okay. So now can you define again here what is polar trophoblast? What is polar trophoblast?
Inner cell mass.
So the area where implantation occurs, the inner cell mass is there, is called polar trophoblast, and the rest of the area is called mural trophoblast.
The remaining area of the cells of the trophoblast, which is called the mural Trophoblast. You can see neural. I have mentioned here what? This is the mural. Okay, not molar. This is the mural.
Sir, yes, sir, mural.
Yes, mural. Now, please try to understand about this. What is the how the formation the blastocyst? After the blastocyst formation, you can see the next is the implantation. So there are different names for the inner cell mass. This inner cell mass also called the embryoblast. Then you can see embryonic proper like this. Then trophoblast cell undergoes later on in forming the placenta and then chorion. So these all are the parts of this. Now you can see these inner cell masses here, no? So that embedded with the or the attached with the endometrium epithelium to this inner cell mass added. So that's why this is called the polar trophoblast. Polar trophoblast, and then this remaining area, the remaining cells, the trophoblast cells, which is called the mural trophoblast. अभी बाद में बताएंगे इसको, अभी बाद में आएंगे सारे फिर से आएगा. So now coming to the implantation. Exactly what is implantation? तो आपको लिखना है under the following heading you are going to write in your exam. Implantation, mostly they will ask your exam. Mostly, very important implantation. So now coming to what is the introduction of implantation. So now this is the process by which blastocyst. What is blastocyst? I already explained everything about this. And this blastocyst is there presence of zona pellucida. Is there presence of zona pellucida during the implantation? Hello? No. Yes. So the process by which blastocyst gets embedded in the endometrium is called the implantation. So this is the definition of the implantation. Please try to understand. I told what the parts of endometrium. So I told endometrium consists of three parts: stratum, compactum, stratum, spongiosum, stratum, basilae. What are the three parts of the endometrium? Stratum,
Stratum compactum, stratum spongiosum, stratum granulosum.
Stratum basilae.
No.
Stratum basilae.
Basilae, stratum basilae. आपको स्किन में और इसमें आपको कंफ्यूजन इसको देखिएगा अच्छे से. सी सो आप जो embedded होता है blastocyst only in the two layers of the endometrium. Two layer कौन सा? तो stratum compactum, stratum spongiosum. ये दो लेयर तक होता है implantation. ओके, दो लेयर के बीच में embedded होता है blastocyst. ओके, बट बेसिले जो है, ये बेसिल जो है इसमें कुछ टच नहीं होता है, इसमें इम्प्लांटेशन इसमें नहीं होता है. बेसिले में तो पूरा वो लाइनिंग होता है उसमें एंडोमेट्रियम का. ओके, तो आपको याद रखना है स्ट्रैटम कॉम्पैक्टम, स्ट्रैटम स्पोंजियम, लेयर ऑफ द एंडोमेट्रियम, देयर इज द ब्लास्टोसिस्ट implanted there. Now time, कब होता है इम्प्लांटेशन? तो एग्जैक्टली बुक अनुसार से वेरिएशन है ये, लेकिन यू मस्ट नो ऑन द 7th डे आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन. तो प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. किसी बुक में लिख दिया है 6 to 12 डे. तो ये फॉर्मेशन होते रहता है, इम्प्लांटेशन जो है प्रोसेस चलते रहता है, लेकिन कब इम्प्लांटेशन कर सकते हैं नॉर्मली? ऑन 7th डे आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन. आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा. अगेन दिस इज द MCQ क्वेश्चंस फॉर योर एग्जाम. Time when the implantation occurred? On the 7th day after fertilization. Now coming to where implantation occur. Where implantation occur. So please everyone must keep your mind. Endometrium. This site is the endometrium. Endometrium is this
सर आवाज नहीं आ रहा है।
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही।
Two layer of the endometrium, stratum compactum,
सर
stratum
एक और बार
spongium,
रिपीट कर दीजिए सर,
और
आपकी आवाज
posterior
कट रही
version between the frontal. कोई बात नहीं, तो आपको yes, network is the
सर
main
एक और बार रिपीट
So
एक और
now
बार रिपीट
you can
करिए
see
सर,
side.
आपकी आवाज कट रही थी।
Endometrium of now. Okay, see here. So you can see time of the implantation. When the implantation occurs on the 7th day after fertilization, but according to another book, other book, if you read 2 book, 3 book, 4 book, 4 book, no, there is a written 6th day to 12th day. Up to 12th day, the implantation processes occur. Exactly, you must know implantation occur on the 7th day after fertilization. This is the main point. Now site. अब इस साइट की बुक में वेरिएशन है, किसी बुक में मेन आंसर ये है, इंडोमेट्रियम ऑफ पोस्टीरियर वाला फंडस ऑफ यूट्रस, किसी ने लिख दिया कि एंटीरियर वाल में भी होता है, किसी ने लिख दिया कि जंक्शन बिटवीन द फंडस एंड द बॉडी ऑफ यूट्रस, उस वहां पे जाके साइट ऑफ इम्प्लांटेशन होता है, तो वेरिएशन होता है, लेकिन आपको ये लिखना पड़ेगा, ये मेन है। नाउ टाइप्स ऑफ द इम्प्लांटेशन इन ह्यूमन बीइंग, तो इंटरस्टिशियल होता है, ये क्या है इंटरस्टिशियल, आपको मैं बताऊंगा अभी बाद में, नेक्स्ट पीपीटी। नाउ you can see what I told here. This is the endometrium of the uterus, endometrium wall of the uterus. Then endometrium made up of 3 layer, stratum compactum, ये देखिए stratum compactum है, spongiosum, then नीचे वाला जो होगा stratum basilae, stratum basilae. So आपको याद रखिएगा ये 3 layers of the endometrium. अब क्या होता है कि this inner cell mass, or you can say this is what in polar trophoblast. This trophoblast, polar trophoblast undergo attached with the or touch with the uterine epithelium of the stratum compactum. Then what happens? There is the immediate, this when it undergoes their attachment of the polar trophoblast with the uterine epithelium, then there is the disappearance of this, or the erosion of uterine epithelium occur. Then what happens? It undergoes deep up to the stratum compactum and the stratum spongiosum, and then what happens? There is the formation of the fibrin deposit occur here, and then at that time this, when it embedded in the stratum compactum, stratum spongium, in spongiosum layer of the endometrium, then this trophoblast cells differentiated into 2 cells. अब ये trophoblast cells यहाँ तक था ना, इसी का नाम होता है 2 cells. देखो, this is the cytotrophoblast cells and this is the syncytiotropoblast cells. ओके, ये फॉर्मेशन होता है। अभी आपको बाद में बताएंगे फिर से ये सारे चीज, तो आपको यहाँ तक बोलना है ये इम्प्लांटेशन कैसे होता है, स्टेजेस इन द इम्प्लांटेशन ऑफ ब्लास्टोसिस्ट। तो इस तरीके से ब्लास्टोसिस्ट जो है अंदर चला गया। फिर यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि देयर इज द अपीयरेंस ऑफ यूटेराइन एपिथेलियम रिफॉर्म। यूटेराइन एपिथेलियम क्या हो जाता है, रिफॉर्म हो जाता है, और ये जो है ये स्ट्रैटम कॉम्पैक्टम स्पॉन्जियोसम लेयर ऑफ द एंडोमेट्रियम में जाके इमिटेड हो गया ब्लास्टोसिस्ट। ओके, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड द इंटरस्टिशियल इम्प्लांटेशन। ये याद रखिए, इंटरस्टिशियल इम्प्लांटेशन मतलब होता है कि ये एपिथेलियम यूटेराइन एपिथेलियम था, इसको इरोज किया, इरोज करके ये ब्लास्टोसिस्ट अंदर गया। यहाँ देखो ये स्ट्रैटम कॉम्पैक्टम स्ट्रैटम स्पॉन्जियोसम लेयर के बीच में ये देखो, और फिर से यूटेराइन एपिथेलियम रिफॉर्म हो जाता है। तो ये इसी को बोलते हैं इंटरस्टिशियल इम्प्लांटेशन इन ह्यूमन बीइंग। ओके, नाउ अगेन what I told, the blastocyst is embedded in the uterine epithelium of the endometrium on the posterior wall of the fundus of the uterus. There is the implantation occur. Okay, you can see this is the uterine cavity, uterus का cavity है ये। Now you can see this is the endometrium, this is the endometrium. तो endometrium जो है ये जो है endometrium का 3 लेयर होता है, यहाँ भी 3 लेयर, यहाँ भी 3 लेयर। So this is the stratum compactum, spongiosum and stratum basale. अब देखो ये stratum compactum and spongiosum में जाके इमीडिएट करेगा ये, ओके। तो ये दिखा रहा है कि नॉर्मल साइट ऑफ इम्प्लांटेशन, नॉर्मल साइट ऑफ इम्प्लांटेशन क्या होता है, पोस्टीरियर वॉल ऑफ द फंडस ऑफ यूट्रस. This is the fundus part of the uterus, this is the body part of uterus. Then you can see this is the body of the uterus and uterine cavity, okay. So now again you can see what is the actual processes of the implantation, what is the actual processes of implantation. So now you can see zona pellucida disappears, and this zona pellucida disappears and assisted by the traction like enzyme. Traction like enzyme से disappears हो जाता है. Then ट्रोपोब्लास्ट adheres to endometrium. अब ये ट्रोपोब्लास्ट का काम क्या होता है, ये ट्रोपोब्लास्ट का काम होता है, ट्रोपोब्लास्ट सेल का काम होता है कि एडहेयर करना, इसमें एडहेयर करना, अटैच हो जाना, ओके. कहाँ, तो इंडोमेट्रियम वॉल में, ये इंडोमेट्रियम वॉल में क्या होना, अटैच हो जाना, उसको बोलते हैं ये दिस ट्रोपोब्लास्ट undergoes the adherence, okay, adherence with the endometrium wall. Now trophoblast penetrate the endometrium by the proteolytic action. ये proteolytic action से ये ट्रोपोब्लास्ट सेल क्या करता है, इंडोमेट्रियम का जो दो लेयर मैंने बताया हूँ, स्ट्रैटम कॉम्पैक्टम एंड स्ट्रैटम स्पॉन्जियोसम, इसको इरोड करता है, पेनिट्रेट करता है, ओके. पेनिट्रेट करके ये अंदर जाएगा, तो इसी को बोलते हैं इंटरस्टिशियल इम्प्लांटेशन. नाउ द सेल्स ऑफ द ट्रोपोब्लास्ट प्रोलिफरेट. मैंने आपको बताया था the cells of trophoblast cells, you can see the cells of trophoblast, this cells of trophoblast proliferates and then gives rise to the two cells. One is the cytotrophoblast, another is the syncytiotrophoblast, okay. So you must know this one, the cells of the trophoblast proliferate. Now what is the results of implantation? So रिजल्ट क्या हो जाता है जब इम्प्लांटेशन होने के बाद, अगेन देयर इज द प्रोसेसेस ऑफ, okay. So then the outer cell mass or the trophoblast differentiate into the two layers, cytotrophoblast and syncytiotropoblast. I have shown here, this is the cytotrophoblast and this is the syncytiotropoblast. Syncytio means the multinucleated, the uninucleated cytotrophoblast. Next is the inner cell mass or embryo proper differentiate into epiblast cells and hypoblast cells, amniotic cavity and yolk sac cavity. I will tell you in the second week development. Second week में होता है ये सारे चीज, ये जो जितने चीज होता है सेकेंड वीक में हो जाता है, सारे प्रोसेस इम्प्लांटेशन प्रोसेस चलते रहता है ये 6 to 12 वीक्स. यहाँ देख सकते हो 6th और 7th डे ऑफ आफ्टर पर्सन में ब्लास्टोसिस इमीडिएट हो गया. यहाँ पे बुक वेरिएशन है, किसी ने 6th लिख दिया, किसी ने 7th लिख दिया, लेकिन आपको लिखना है 7th डे आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन, ओके. अप टू द 12 वीक्स ये चलते रहता है इम्प्लांटेशन प्रोसेस, ये डायरेक्ट इमीडिएट नहीं होगा, अंदर नहीं जाएगा, ओके. उसको प्रोसेस है, 12 डेज लगेगा. तो आफ्टर 12 डेज व्हाट हैपेंस हियर, सी हियर this what I told, inner cell mass or embryo proper differentiate into epiblast cells, hypoblast cells and amniotic cavity and yolk sac cavity. आपको यहाँ पे समझ में आएगा ये चीज. See here, this inner cell mass is gives rise to the two cells. One is the epiblast, another is the hypoblast. Here also you can see the diagram. You can see this is the epiblast and this is the hypoblast, okay. अब ये सेल जो है inner cell mass, this inner cell mass जो है gives rise to the two. One is the hypoblast, another is the epiblast, or you can say it's the ectoderm and the endoderm, okay. So आपको इतना चीज याद रखना है. After it again you can see this is the amniotic cavity, and then this amniotic cavity is lining with the one amniogenic cells, that is called the amniogenic cells here. And then here also you can see this is the ectoderm and this is the endoderm, So these all are the parts of this or results of the implantation. You can see the epiblast cells, hypoblast cells, किसी book ने बोल दिया है epiblast cells, hypoblast cells, किसी book ने बोल दिया ectoderm, endoderm. Then you can see this is the amniotic cavity. Then this is the primary yolk sac. Primary yolk sac. तो आप और डिटेल में बाद में पढ़ेंगे सेकेंड वीक डेवलपमेंट में नेक्स्ट वीक. तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो क्या क्या हाँ ब्लास्टोसिल आपको ये जो बताया था कैविटी ऑफ ब्लास्टोसिस्ट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू प्राइमरी यूक सैक. प्राइमरी यूक सैक बाद में सेकेंड वीक में बताएंगे ये सारे डिटेल में. अभी तो इम्प्लांटेशन तक है बस. डायग्राम में आ गया तो इसीलिए अब ये देख सकते हो आप लोग क्लियर. In this video now everyone you can see now
Sir, network issue है
this
शायद.
response. Now you can see here this is the cavity of the uterus, cavity of the body of uterus, and you can see this is the fundus of uterus, and this is the then body of uterus का जो ये wall है देखो endometrium, endometrium का again 3 layer. This is the this thing. And then अब book में जो variation है देखो अब यहाँ पे मैंने डायग्राम दिखाया हूँ, यहाँ पे इम्प्लांटेशन किया हूँ, यहाँ पे
सर आपकी आवाज भी कट जा रही है.
सर नेटवर्क इश्यू है सर.
मतलब ये वाला
आपका
डायग्राम मैंने लिया हूँ यहाँ पे और किसी बुक ने यहाँ पे कर दिया है. तो आपको कंफ्यूजन नहीं होना है. मैंने ये भी बोला था कि बुक वेरिएशन किया है, बोला है कि फंडस जंक्शन बिटवीन द फंडस, ये फंडस हो गया है वो दिस इज द फंडस.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
द बॉडी तो ये जंक्शन भी हो सकता है, यहाँ पे भी हो सकता है इम्प्लांटेशन.
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir. Sir.
तो आपको डायग्राम में वेरिएशन मिलेगा. लेकिन नॉर्मल क्या होता है कि यहाँ पे किसी भी पार्ट में इम्प्लांटेशन हो सकता है. ओके आइदर यहाँ पे पोस्टीरियर वॉल ऑफ द फंडस ऑफ यूटेरस, आइदर हियर पोस्टीरियर और एंटीरियर वॉल ऑफ द बॉडी ऑफ द यूटेरस. इसमें हो सकता है कोई बात नहीं. इसको बोलते हैं अपर यूटेराइन सेगमेंट, इसको बोलते हैं अपर यूटेराइन सेगमेंट, इसको बोलते हैं लोअर यूटेराइन सेगमेंट.
Sir, you are not audible, sir.
ये यूटेराइन कैविटी को दो पार्ट में डिवाइड किया है। एक तो दिस इज द
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
Sir, your voice is not audible.
वाईफाई चला गया था फिर से। अभी साउंड आ रहा है अभी? हेलो
Yes, sir.
हेलो।
सर फिर से
Yes, sir.
बताओ सर, कुछ आवाज ही नहीं आई आपकी।
अभी
सर
तो
स्टार्टिंग
नेटवर्क
से
चला
फिर
गया
से बता दो सर।
था। कोई बात नहीं, देखो यहाँ पे फर्टिलाइजेशन हो रहा है, यहाँ पे देखो सीयर फर्टिलाइजेशन हो रहा है। न्यूक्लियस यहाँ पे हेड ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस ऑफ द स्पर्म इंटर हुआ, देन उस साइड पे जाके पेनिट्रेट किया यहाँ पे, देन जाइगोट फॉर्म हो गया यहाँ पे, देन जाइगोट अंडरगोज द माइटोटिक डिवीजन that forms the 2 cell stage, then 4 cell stage, then the 16 cell stage, and this 16 cell stage it looks like a mulberry like appearance which is called the morula, and these all are smaller cells which is called the blastomere cells. समझ में आ रहा है इतना? blastomere cells, smaller cells of the zygote.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what happens here? Blastocyst formation there, because this is the uterine cavity, and this uterine cavity secretes the milk fluid, this fluid, and that fluid undergoes in the intercellular spaces of this inner cell mass, and there is the accumulation of the fluid occur, and there is the formation of blastocyst. At that time, at the 5th day of the after fertilization, there is the disappearance of the zona pellucida. Then it begins the implantation process. On the 7th day, what happens there? Here. Now you can see that this stage in the blastocyst, if you cut, you can see here this is the inner cell mass, this is the outer cell mass, trophoblast cells, this inner cell mass, which is embedded with this compactum, stratum compactum, and this stratum spongiosum layer of this endometrium wall. You can see here.
सर आवाज नहीं।
Sir, you are not audible, sir.
Now you can see erosion of the
Sir, you are not
सर कुछ
audible,
समझ नहीं
sir.
आ रहा, आपकी आवाज कट रही है।
Sir, आवाज नहीं आ रही अच्छे से।
सर आपकी आवाज बहुत कट रही है।
सर आपको फिर से एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ेगा सब कुछ, आवाज ही नहीं आ रही।
sorry for the disturbance, ये वाईफाई कनेक्शन चला जाता है। तो अभी मैंने बताया हूँ कैसे इम्प्लांटेशन होता है. So now coming to the normal implantation sites, I already told normal implantation site determine the site of the formation of placenta. Okay. Then
Sir,
you can
नहीं
see
आ रही
normally it
आवाज.
occurs in the upper part of the body of uterus.
सर फिर से आपकी
और
आवाज
मैंने
कट जा
पहले
रही
लिखाया
है.
था, क्या लिखा था? पोस्टीरियर वाला endometrium of the posterior
सर नहीं आ रही है आवाज.
wall of the fundus of uterus. तो ये बुक अनुसार से वेरिएशन है.
सर आवाज
लेकिन
नहीं
आपको
आ
याद
रही है.
रखना है कि अपर पार्ट ऑफ द
सर कुछ
body of
आवाज
uterus में
नहीं आ
कहीं
रही.
भी ये इम्प्लांटेशन हो सकता है, नॉर्मल बना सकता है. इसको लोअर
सर प्रीवियस
सेगमेंट
लाइन
को
रिपीट कर दीजिए.
सेगमेंट बोलते हैं. अपर यूट्रस सेगमेंट में बॉडी ऑफ यूट्रस में कहीं भी इम्प्लांटेशन होगा तो दैट इज कॉल्ड द नॉर्मल इम्प्लांटेशन. एंड देयर इज मोर अपॉन ऑन द पोस्टीरियर वॉल ऑफ द फंडस ऑफ यूट्रस में इम्प्लांटेशन होता है. नाउ the clinical aspect, what are the abnormal sites of implantation? So you can see this is divided into two groups. One is the intrauterine implantation, another is the extrauterine implantation. Okay, so intrauterine implantation means what? Implantation occurred in the lower uterine segment, which is called the placenta previa. Okay, hello. So uterine implantation network Wi-Fi चल रहा है, पता नहीं. Implantation, this is the most important. It is divided into two groups. One is the intrauterine implantation, and another is the extrauterine implantation. This intrauterine implantation, what is this? So implantation in the lower uterine segment occurs, which is called the placenta previa. Then you can see extrauterine implantation. That means the ectopic pregnancies. Ectopic pregnancies, that may be the fallopian tube. If the implantation occurs in the fallopian tube, this is called the tubal implantation. If the implantation occurs in the ovary, that is ovarian implantation. If the implantation occurs in the abdominal cavity, and that is called the in the rectouterine pouch or over the this. So this is called the abdominal cavity. Now you can see you are going to draw this diagram in your exam. What happened there? Hello. Hello.
Unmuted.
Hello. कौन सा वाला?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
हेलो. अभी आवाज आ रही कि नहीं आ रहा है? हेलो.
सर नहीं आ रहा है.
Yes, you're audible, sir.
This now you can see what are the listen everyone. Abnormal implantation sites are categorized into two groups. One is the intrauterine implantation. If the implantation occur in the lower uterine segment, that is called the placenta previa. I will tell you later on about this. If the that next is the extrauterine implantation, that leading to the ectopic pregnancy. Ectopic means outside the uterine segment. Okay, so this is called the if the implantation occur in the fallopian tube, this is called the tubal implantation. If the implantation occur in the ovarian implantation. If the implantation occur in the abdominal cavity, in the rectouterine pouch, that is called the abdominal implantation. I will tell you in this diagram. You are going to draw the diagram in your exam. This is the normal site of implantation. If the implantation occur in the intrauterine segment here, in the lower intrauterine segment, this is called the placenta previa. If the implantation occur in the intramural or this interstitial part of the fallopian tube, this is called the implantation. Then if the implantation occur in the fallopian tube, this is called the temple implantation. If the implantation occur in the in the abdominal cavity, this is called the abdominal implantation. If the implantation occur in the ovary, and this is called the ovarian implantation. तो आपको इतना चीज याद रखना है, सारे चीज कहाँ पे abnormal implantation होता है, extrauterine and intrauterine. Now coming to the next. Now you can see this is the uterine cavity, and this is divided into the two parts. This is the upper uterine segment, this is the lower uterine segment. If the implantation occur here in the intrauterine and the lower part of the uterine segment, that is called the placenta previa. So now what are the types of the placenta previa? With that, hello. Now, what are the types of the placenta previa? So you can see there are 4 degrees. This is your 5 marker question and the most important question for your exam purpose. Please everyone listen carefully. See here, only 5 minutes left there. See. So you can see this is the upper uterine segment. This is the upper uterine segment. If implantation occur in this upper uterine segment on the posterior wall, that is called the normal site of implantation. If the implantation occur in the intrauterine part of the lower part of the uterine segment here, so this is called the placenta previa. And then placenta previa consists of 4 degrees. This is the first degree, second degree, third degree, fourth degree. So please try to understand what is this degree, 4 degree or the types of the placenta previa. Now you can see on the first degree of the placenta previa, this placenta, this is called the placenta. If the placenta attached on the lower part of the uterine segment, okay, so this is called the first degree. And if this placenta attached on the intrauterine lower part of the intrauterine segment and which does not cover the internal os, this is the internal os. If it does not cover the internal os up to the here, it is attached up to the whole part of the lower part of the uterine segment. So this is called the second degree. Then third degree, this placenta which attached with the lower part of the intrauterine segment and then also which covers the internal os. This is the internal os. So you can see, and during the dilatation of this internal os or cervix here, and there is then what happens, there is the uncover occur here. Okay, so that stage is called the third degree. Then you can see if the placenta which completely covers the internal os and then it does not unfold even after the dilatation occurring the cervix here or internal os, and this stage is called the fourth degree. तो आपको डिग्री याद रखना है. फर्स्ट डिग्री में क्या होता है प्लासेंटा प्रीविया में कि प्लासेंटा ओनली अटैच्ड विद द लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द intrauterine segment, lower part of the intrauterine segment. This is the lower uterine segment, this is the upper uterine segment. तो lower part of the uterine segment में अटैच होगी, तो इसको फर्स्ट डिग्री. सेकेंड डिग्री में अब whole part of the lower part of uterine segment, ये this is the uterine segment, तो lower part में होगा तो ये इसको सेकेंड डिग्री, but it does not cover the internal os. थर्ड डिग्री में होगा it covers the internal os but unfold occur there during the dilatation here. फोर्थ डिग्री में क्या हुआ कि completely cover here, completely cover, that is called the 4th degree. Now, what I told, placenta previa, that is the attachment of placenta on the lower uterine segment, which is called the placenta previa. There are 4 stages or 4 degree. So, first degree attachment of placenta does not extend to the internal os. Okay, this is called the first degree. Second degree attachment of placenta extends up to the internal os but does not cover it. That is called the second degree. Third degree placenta edge covers the internal os with the dilatation of internal os at the time of childbirth. The placenta will not occlude the internal os, which is called the third degree. Fourth degree placenta completely covers the internal os. Even when the internal os is completely dilated, this can cause severe bleeding during the pregnancy or during parturition. ये आपको डायग्राम ड्रॉ करना है ये वाला, और ये पॉइंट सब लिखना है प्लासेंटा प्रीविया के बारे में, और इंट्रोडक्शन लिखना है प्लासेंटा प्रीविया के बारे में. Now coming to ectopic pregnancy, मैंने पहले बोल दिया हूँ, this results from the abnormal sites of implantation, that is the extrauterine pregnancies. Okay. Then ectopic pregnancy do not progress and usually results in the death of the embryo. Rarely does this embryo develop to full term. Then you can see that the most common ectopic pregnancy is tubal pregnancy, which is 95% incidence, and tubal pregnancies are terminated by the medical intervention. If it is permitted to progress, it can result in rupture of uterine tube with severe internal bleeding. So other types of ectopic pregnancy are abdominal, ovarian. I already explained about this. So this is not the main implantation. So ectopic pregnancy is harmful for the childbirth. Okay. So these all are about the implantation. So implantation, there is the normal side, there is the abnormal side. So abnormal are extrauterine and intrauterine. So intrauterine called the placenta previa, and extrauterine called the tubal, ovarian. These all are the abnormal side of the implantation. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Ectopic pregnancy. Yes.
सर एब्डोमिनल और ओवेरियन इम्प्लांटेशन को अगर ठीक करना हो तो कैसे करेंगे, मतलब
इसको ठीक करना
ये
है
जैसे
तो हाँ
जैसे मतलब कि सर जैसे अब ये एबनॉर्मलिटीज के अंदर आती है ना, तो फिर इसको हमने अगर
Unmuted.
तो कैसे करेंगे, कौन सी सर्जरी, मतलब कोई मतलब नाम होगा कोई स्पेसिफिक सर्जरी के?
ये सर्जरी का नाम तो मुझे मालूम नहीं, अभी आपको बाद में पढ़ाई होगा, अभी जो गायने में पढ़ाई होगा ना, गायने में बाद में गायनेकोलॉजी में पढ़ाई होगा ये सारे चीज. यस
सर ये फिफ्थ वाला सर है ना, होता कैसे ये इम्प्लांटेशन, एब्डोमिनल इम्प्लांटेशन सर?
हाँ, एब्डोमिनल इम्प्लांटेशन. हाँ रुकिए. एब्डोमिनल इम्प्लांटेशन होता क्या है कि रेक्टोयूटेराइन पाउच मिलेगा आपको. ये रेक्टोयूटेराइन पाउच जब हम लोग एब्डोमिन में पढ़ाएंगे ना, एब्डोमिन में, so there is the pouch which is present in this female, so that is called the rectouterine pouch. तो उसमें जाके कभी कभी क्या हो जाता है, इम्प्लांटेशन हो गया तो उसको बोलते हैं एब्डोमिनल इम्प्लांटेशन. अभी नहीं आपको मालूम होगा, अभी बस पॉइंट याद रखिए, बाद में पढ़ाएंगे ये व्हाट इज द एब्डोमिनल इम्प्लांटेशन, अभी बाद में आएगा रेक्टोयूटेराइन पाउच. ठीक है, आपको ये सारी चीज ध्यान देना है. 3 नंबर जो है इंटरस्टिशियल, और इसको इंट्राम्यूरल जो मैंने बोला था पार्ट ऑफ द फैलोपियन ट्यूब, यहाँ पे इम्प्लांटेशन होगा तो इसको बोलते हैं इंटरस्टिशियल ट्यूबल इम्प्लांटेशन, और यू कैन से इंट्राम्यूरल implantation. Now this is the tubal, ये अदर पार्ट ऑफ द फैलोपियन ट्यूब में हो गया तो ट्यूबल इम्प्लांटेशन. एब्डोमिनल इम्प्लांटेशन होता है रेक्टोयूटेराइन पाउच, रेक्टोयूटेराइन पाउच और आल्सो कॉल्ड द पाउच ऑफ डगलस. आपको पास जो एब्डोमिन होगा तो उसमें पढ़ लीजिएगा पाउच ऑफ डगलस, पाउच ऑफ डगलस होता है, तो वहां पे इम्प्लांटेशन होगा तो एब्डोमिनल इम्प्लांटेशन. ओवरियम होगा तो ओवरियन इम्प्लांटेशन. अब ये सारे चीज जो सर्जरी कैसे करते हैं, क्या करते हैं, आपको 3rd ईयर में पढ़ेगा. ठीक है, नॉर्मल आए तो नॉर्मल, तो इसमें नॉर्मल हो जाता है डिलीवरी. अब नॉर्मल केस में तो आपको सर्जन से दिखाना पड़ता है, गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट से, और जो है पता चलेगा कि कौन सा स्टेज है, क्या है, कहाँ पे इम्प्लांटेशन हुआ है, कौन सा एब्नॉर्मल. एब्नॉर्मल इम्प्लांटेशन हार्मफुल होता है, बहुत इंटरनल ब्लीडिंग होता है, इसलिए इसको टर्मिनेट किया जाता है और इसको सर्जरी करके इसको निकाला जाता है, इसको टर्मिनेट किया जाता है, ठीक है। और नॉर्मल जो है, नॉर्मल को ये प्लासेंटा प्रीविया आल्सो इज द मोस्ट डेंजरस। प्लासेंटा प्रीविया जो है ये बहुत डेंजरस है, ये भी इंटरनल ब्लीडिंग करता है। तो इसीलिए जो डिलीवरी होता है ना, उसमें प्रेगनेंसी टाइम में जो है अल्ट्रासाउंड करके दिखना पड़ता है कहाँ पे इम्प्लांटेशन हुआ है, कहाँ पे ग्रोथ हो रहा है। ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर द डेटा। ओके, थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आया?
थैंक यू सर। यस सर, थैंक यू सर।
नेक्स्ट टॉपिक क्या होगा?
थैंक यू सर।
ये टॉपिक मिल जाएगा वहाँ पे आपको, हिस्टोलॉजी